Emma, you're a fourth year medical student.
Yes, I am.
Have you ever had to deliver bad news to a patient?
I don't think so. We learned how to in, second year, before clinicals.
Yeah, I remember it.
And then
it.
they tend to shield medical students from some of those conversations, unless maybe you do a palliative care rotation. I feel like I've never been in a situation where I was able to do actually give the bad news.
But you've been present?
Yeah, I took a couple of gyn-onc sub-Is and obviously people finding out that they have cancer, but the attendings would always do it.
Mm-hmm. What are you taught about preparing for doing this?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember that session. I think part of it is you have to create
just one session.
I mean, it kind of is.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
I can also
that's some horrific stuff for us as well.
Yeah.
But I do want to say they do preface this with a whole class of communication skills, right? So they're building a foundation that you work into.
That's a good point.
How you deliver bad news.
So what did you learn specifically though about bad news?
I think what's important is creating a good environment. So you don't want to give bad news in the lobby of an ER or something. You could, I guess, but creating a safe space, including the people that the patient wants to have there. So if they have family members that they want or just close people, asking what their understanding is of the conversation. I think that's always important to start out with, because they may know nothing or they may know a lot. And then using language that's understandable to most people. I think they say talk at a 5th grade level or something like that. And then frequently stopping to ask if they have any questions or how do you feel about this information? Do you want me to stop now or should I keep going? Things like that. And kind of paying attention to their emotional cues. If they're tearing up, give them tissues. That's always the med student thing. If you're watching a hard conversation, always grab the tissues, offer them water, things like that.
Yeah, I feel like on television, you always see them giving bad news in the ER lobby.
Yeah.
And it's always they're standing and the family is sitting way on the ground.
The doctor comes in and the patient already knows that they're walking towards them. So they're and they stand up and clutch their pearls or something.
So you haven't had to do it, which is unfortunate.
That's a very good thing, Dave.
It's unfortunate for me because I really wanted you to teach us. But you've done a fine job of transferring to us what your learning is, and we're gonna use that to play a little inappropriate game. We're gonna practice delivering bad news because in a few weeks our M2 class will be transitioning to their clinical clerkships.
Bless.
And I hope that they encounter no bad news, but just in case such things might be necessary, we'll learn about this. Of course, these are ridiculous fictional pieces of medical bad news, and I've written some horrible fates down to help you get started.
I would like to point out mine is technically not fictional, but...
Is it?
I mean, I'll talk... I can talk about it later, but...
So, Emma, your job in this is to critique these guys in their delivery of bad news. We'll start off with Miranda. Miranda, you're going to be the physician.
Okay.
And Grant, you're going to be the patient.
Okay.
And so I'll set a scene. You're in the lobby of an ER. No, you're in a room waiting for the doctor, I guess. And here comes Miranda knocking on the door.
Come in.
Hi, Grant.
Yes.
Hi. What am I delivering the news?
Yeah.
I'm stopping the scene. Okay. I'm already uncomfortable. Okay. Hi, Grant. My name's Miranda. I'm the doctor. Your test came back and I have some news about the results.
Okay. I've been worried about this. So.
Okay. Well, I haven't done this for a while. Unfortunately, you have something called mountain blindness. Mountain blindness. Have you ever heard of that term before?
No.
It is a condition caused by, on your recent backpacking trip, you saw so many beautiful mountains that it's becoming difficult for you to look at anything else.
I have noticed that I just see mountains all the time.
And there are some treatments we can look at, but this is going to be a very long process to get over this.
Will I be able to see my wife again?
She will look like a mountain, but unfortunately. But as long as you can pick out which mountain is your wife, then yes.
I think I just need some time to process this.
Okay, have some tissues.
Usually I'd have a med student.
I usually have a med student do this. Okay, I'll leave you for a little bit.
And scene.
Okay, the reason why I said that mountain blindness is the one that could be technically true, but it's like if there's snow on a mountain, that can actually like sunburn your eyes.
Snow
so
blindness,
I made up something, but I would like to point out that is technically a thing. If you can that's also snow blindness happens a lot on mountains.
I suppose you could also poke your eye out with a particularly sharp mountain.
But that would be an eye wound, not really mountain blindness.
Right. Emma, what's your critique? You mentioned, finding out what somebody already knows. Did she do that?
Well, first of all, for the good things, I think that you went on a good pace. You asked if he had heard of that mountain blindness before. You offered tissues. But maybe you didn't ask like if he had any questions, and you didn't ask like his understanding of the situation beforehand.
Okay.
Also,
that's smart. Okay.
I thought it was funny when you were like, because of all the trips you went on, you developed this, almost like it's your fault.
Yeah. Okay. Good point.
But overall, good job.
Thank you.
Excellent.
That is a good tip, actually. Don't imply that it's the patient's fault that they got cancer. That's usually not very well received.
No.
Or mountain blindness in this case. Thank you. Good acting, by the way. That was like kind of heartbreaking.
Yeah, I bought it.
I get to see my wife again.
You have to know which mountain she
Which one did she take on?
All right, Grant, it's your turn. I know it's a little early in your med school career to be
he's
learning
just
about
come
this,
from cap stuff.
is,
He's going to be at the best at this.
Well, I haven't done the giving bad news section yet, but the basics.
All right, well, give it a shot. We'll have Riley be your patient.
Okay. Which one do I want to do?
Adopt the patient posture.
Right.
You've been waiting for
how long
roughly 8 hours now.
Okay, I'll be on my phone.
Yeah.
Come in.
Hi, Riley.
Yes.
Hi, my name's Dr. Stalker. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
So,
Fantastic.
Wonderful. I hope it stays that way.
I plan on using it. So I just wanted to come and talk to you. You've been getting some tests done. So can you just give me your idea of kind of your understanding of what's going on?
Yeah, I thought they were just kind of general routine tests, and that I would just come in today to find out that I'm the healthiest I've ever been in my entire life.
Because that's how that works.
So I know that you've been doing some of these tests, and we've got a couple of them back, and I just wanted to talk to you about them. Is it okay? Is now a good time, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and I don't want to scare you with any of this, but I just want to let you know that one test did come back positive for animated finger. And so what that means is for the foreseeable future, you won't have control of your fingers. They will just move in this sort of fashion randomly for the periods of hours to days.
Grabbing.
Just grabbing.
Just the whole day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I know this is a lot to take in, and we can talk more about it in terms of treatments and whatnot later, but what questions do you have for me?
I mean, how am I just going to keep from grabbing everything?
Yeah.
I just, is my mind taken over by my grabby fingers?
It's unconscious. It just happens. And these are things that you're going to have to work into your new routine, and it's going to be hard, but we do have resources for you that we'll be able to connect you with once you have some time to go ahead and think about things.
Yeah, I'm going to need some time. Do you happen to know if there's a grabby fingers support group?
There's actually it's a Facebook group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, what happens when I can't grab my phone?
We have there's a specific case that just keeps your fingers there, so even though they're grabbing, you still have access to your phone.
Okay. I think I'm going to need some time to process.
Absolutely. And we'll come back. I'll come back in a bit.
I really wanted to. That's awesome.
That was awesome.
I like how it changed from animated fingers to grabby fingers.
That's a colloquial term.
It's the other name.
Everyone knows it. Everyone knows it by that.
I really wanted you to say, you might want to schedule your grabbing activities, according to when you're having An attack.
Like that's a really good time to like do laundry.
Yeah.
Pick up stuff around the house.
Yeah.
In a phone case that locks your hands to it.
But how does it control my
claw.
hands?
What's your evaluation of Grant's bad news giving, Emma?
I think it was great. I don't know if I have any like things to work on. You went
Perfect.
slowly
I love
and
that feedback.
and I liked how you said like this is what the disease is, and we can talk about treatment and management later, and gave her time to think about it. And then when she had questions, you had answers prepared. Yeah.
Grant, Miranda had the misfortune of being first.
Yeah, exactly.
And also some distance away from caps and masks. And,
Right.
And also locked in a lab for years where I'm not allowed to speak
Yeah.
to anybody or see the sun.
Yeah.
Working with too many cells.
But
instead of
even
people.
that was good. I liked it.
Well, very good. Now it's Riley's turn to be the physician. And Riley, you're going to give Miranda some bad news. Go ahead.
Come in.
Hi, Miranda, is it?
Yeah.
Hi, Miranda. I'm Riley. I'm going to just come in and get our appointment started today. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
All right. So tell me a little bit about why you think you're here today.
Well, my primary care doctor told me that I had some I think it was like some abnormal genetic tests or something. She wasn't super clear. So she advised me to make an appointment with a specialist to sort of talk about it more, get a few more answers. So.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you came in and made an appointment with us. Sometimes that can be really hard to find some time out of your schedule. So thanks for coming today. I just wanted to ask before I give this information, do you have anyone else in the lobby or anyone else you'd want here for that information?
No, just me.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I just wanted to go over some of the genetics results that we got. So what we found is that you have a small point mutation in chromosome 13, and it turns out that that is likely to manifest in a disease called Thorny tongue in the next 5 to 50 years.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of thorny tongue disease?
No, I've never heard of it.
Okay.
What is that?
Yeah, it's an autosomal recessive disease. It's very rare. And what it is that
Fifth grade level.
the taste buds on your tongue are likely to turn into anywhere from 1 millimeter spikes to 2-inch spikes.
Oh my word.
Yes, it is quite a progressive disease, meaning that it could start in the next, like I said, 5 to 50 years. It's
quite a time window you've given me there.
It is quite a time window. And I wish I could give you kind of a better estimate. I just wanted to kind of help you be aware of the disease.
Okay.
What questions do you have so far about thorny tongue disease?
I mean, is there anything you do to treat it once it starts? I mean, I don't want to be stabbing myself constantly. That doesn't sound very pleasant.
Absolutely. I totally understand. That is what most patients with thorny tongue first say. There is an experimental treatment in which you actually can just take scissors and chop the thorns off.
Okay.
It's, like I said, we're having trouble getting patients enrolled in the study. I would love to see if you'd love to join the study now. It's just a quick scissor snip.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
If there's a treatment, I'm all for it.
Great.
So.
Well, best news is your taste is not likely to be affected. You will still have
Thank goodness.
all of your taste and ability to have great food, and your life expectancy is the same.
Okay. I'm a little bit suspicious that you had to clarify that now, but I
life
guess that's reassuring.
the life expectancy of your romantic partners, however, is considerably less so.
Considerably lower.
Yes, we do ask that you refrain from any, what the kids call it, French kissing. For the time,
I could use some time to process.
absolutely,
Okay.
totally understand.
I mean, at least this gets me out of doing jobs in the future.
It does. We can give you a waiver for that too if you'd like.
fantastic. Yeah,
Doctor signed
that
letter.
would be great. Yeah,
we can
thank
get you
you.
copies
Thank
of
you,
that,
yeah.
however many you think you'll need.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes, that would be
absolutely.
wonderful.
And we've earned our explicit rating.
I'm sorry. Oh, you brought up French kissing. I could not. I'm sorry.
Amazing. I'm leaving that in. All right, Emma. What are we?
That was great.
What do we think?
I think you did a great job of setting the scene and asking if she wanted anybody else present.
That was good. Yeah.
Like Dave said, it may have been a little bit above 5th grade language with the autosomal recessive, but you probably knew that she's an MD, PhD student. So
Yeah. It's like totally not like we knew that. We knew that.
Point mutation on chromosome 13. That was a nice
Every
little
fifth grader
detail
knows
there.
that.
Every fifth grader knows that.
Also, like Miranda, the student, really cared about that information. Miranda, the patient with thorny tongue, kind of didn't care if it was autosomal dominant or recessive.
I'm meeting you where I think you are.
you did a good job accommodating her when she needed, I was going to say work letter. I don't know what you call it.
A sex letter.
Yes.
You know, it's pretty commonplace.
Hey,
I've done a few of them.
Don't judge. You don't know what I do. You don't know what I do for a living.
That's true. That's a good
see a work
point.
letter.
Could be
Yeah.
a work letter.
That's a good point.
Excuse you.
I'm sorry.
All right, let's go one more round.
I don't want to do my other disease, so I'm pulling another one.
All
Sorry,
right,
Dave.
that's fine.
I know that's-
Why don't you help Riley understand her illness?
Yes. Okay. Trying to remember the lessons from last time. Okay.
Come in.
Hi, Riley.
Hi, yes.
Hi. I'm Dr. Skeen. I'm just here to get our appointment started, if that's okay.
That sounds good to me.
Okay. Why don't you tell me a little bit about why you're here today?
Absolutely. I actually like to just make vague appointments with every specialist possible to get just any test possible, just about once a year, just to check all my boxes, make sure everything's all good.
Okay. So basically just like, making general physical, seeing how you're doing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we did run a few tests and I have some results that I would like to discuss with you, if that's okay.
That sounds good to me.
Do you have anybody else here with you today or?
No, I don't.
Okay. So one of the tests that came back positive, we ran a blood screen, if you know, and one of the tests that came back, it's for a disease called running vampirism. Have you ever heard of this disease before?
I've not, no.
Okay, so it's a fairly uncommon disease. It's genetic, which means you probably got it from either your mom or your dad. And what happens is that after the disease starts to present itself, patients usually find that they have unbearable urges to run after people, usually who are already running because they get sweaty and hot. And there is and it also manifests as a desire to bite those people, sort of as vampire-like. So that's sort of what it ends up looking like. Do you have any questions?
My husband loves to run. I'm going to bite him every time he runs?
There are ways that we can manage these desires. Usually it's treated with counseling, redirecting those impulses so that you don't actually bite. Obviously, we want to keep everybody safe and we want to keep you safe. So there is counseling available to manage those urges, but it is something you might want to look out for in future. And, maybe talk with your husband. So if he's about to go out for a run, you can distract yourself with something else.
What about all the track meets I love to go to? That's like my favorite, my favorite activity. That's how I spend my Fridays and Saturdays, going to track meets.
Does your husband normally accompany you to those?
Yes, he does.
Okay. If you have a supportive partner, there are also ways that he can help you manage. It usually involves a form of restraint to sort of help remind you not to run after people and bite them.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Do you
need a tissue or a glass of water?
A glass of water, please. Just don't run to go get it. I would prefer not to be overtaken. A desire to bite you.
Of course.
Glug. I need another. I'm sorry.
Okay. We're out of cups. Nurse, would you mind grabbing a cup for me?
You just knocked on the nurse's head.
Well, no, I opened it.
Okay.
I knocked on the door to be like, nurse. Okay. So while that comes, do you have any other questions or anything you want to discuss? Or if you need some time, I can give you that as well.
I think I need some time. I'll make another appointment.
Okay.
In the next few weeks, another vague appointment to talk about what we need to talk about.
I'll let our scheduler know that you'll be wanting to make
She's very
appointment.
fond of me.
Yeah.
She does ask that I stop calling, but
I mean, we all love you.
She always does. She always makes the appointment. So
okay. All right. I'll let us know. And we always love seeing you come in. So let us know whatever we can do to help.
Absolutely. It's 20 years now. 20 years of coming in every year.
Oh, really? Oh, wonderful.
It's our anniversary.
Aw.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, if we let this go any farther, it's going to start becoming a different kind of fiction. So,
Emma? What do we
I think it was really good. I think it was an improvement on your last one.
Yes, it's validation. Thank you, Emma.
You explained what genetic means. You were responsive to her questions. And you offered water, although it did sound a little robotic. Like, do you want water or tissues? But yeah, I think it was good.
Thank you. That was actually robotic. Part of my character is that they have a robot voice every 5 minutes. Ask patients if they want water or tissues.
Also, a good thing is that you made a patient who may seem like kind of annoying. I don't think any patients are annoying, but like, she comes in a lot. Feel welcomed and comfortable. And like you liked her. So
I felt very welcome.
Thank
the
you.
The scheduler may not appreciate it.
No.
I was burying deep hatred, but I'm glad it came across as compassionate and welcoming. Yeah.
Oh, my insurance company hates me.
Listen,
I pay millions out of pocket every year.
You are paying the premiums. You should get that insurance money, girl. Get that deductible paid. Make them go to your out-of-pocket maximum.
Well, I think we've all done very well. And by we, I mean you.